Hello and welcome to an edition of our training which covers objections, that are questions, and rebuttals, which are just answers. Why can't I file for bankruptcy to erase my student loan debts? Unfortunately, federal student loan debt, you cannot discharge these loans through bankruptcy. Since you're thinking about bankruptcy, am I right to assume you're in some sort of a financial hardship? The reason I ask is because we offer numerous of different repayment plans that can have your monthly payments as low as $0 a month. With these same repayment options, you may also be eligible for loan forgiveness and therefore accomplishing your goals. Why would my federal loans be willing to offer me this low of a payment? And this question may come up when you're proposing an IBR or pay-as-you-earn. Responses. Client, with all the new acts in place to assist graduates or people with student loan debt like you, there are repayment options that focus on more of your family size and annual household income as opposed to your conventional repayment plans. Given your current situation, you have luckily been qualified to take advantage of some of these programs. Can you help me if I'm not paying or if I'm behind on my payments? Response would be, in order to best answer your question, I would need to gather some additional information. Since the answer is yes, we can help, no solution is alike. I'd like to go over the solution to your particular situation and let you know how we can help. How much money can I save by consolidating my student loan debts? This is typically a question you may run into in the application process. Let the client know, the biggest benefit of student loan consolidation is peace of mind of one lender. As to savings, it will vary depending on your current financial situation and job type. We offer numerous of different repayment options that are either geared towards eliminating interest and paying off your student loans as fast as possible, or to reduce your monthly payments and save you money monthly. With many of our programs, you can also be eligible for loan forgiveness. The client says, I'm not comfortable giving out my information over the phone, which can happen with social security number, date of birth, so on. Let the client know, I do understand your concern. The information that I'll need to gather is the same information that you provided your lenders when taking out these loans. If you don't mind me asking, how did you provide the lenders with the information in the past when you took the loans out? So we can identify with the client what their comfort level is as far as providing the information, and hopefully we can use the same method unless it's face-to-face. If it is not face-to-face and that's the way they did it, let's identify another secure method. Can't I consolidate my student loans for free? Yes, clients can definitely consolidate their student loans for free if they are federal. However, you can also download the necessary forms from your IRS and file your taxes yourself. You either purchase the software or hire an accountant / CPA to help you to file them. Reason why? So you can maximize your return and make sure your taxes are filed correctly. The same concept applies with student loan consolidation. You could do it on your own, but we guarantee that your paperwork will be filed with the Department of Education's underwriting standards, ensuring that your consolidation will be accepted immediately. We also make sure that you receive all the benefits that you may be eligible for. Clients may state, I can't afford the consolidation fee. I understand right now the consolidation fee may be hard for you to afford. However, we have split the payment up in 3 already for you. These payments will be made while your loans are in deferment. And once the consolidation process is completed, your new monthly payment will be as low as X. This is of huge benefit to you, don't you agree? Or option 2. The consolidation fee is a mandatory charge in order for us to complete the entire process. We do allow you to place this charge on a credit card, and then with your monthly savings, you'll be able to pay this off in no time. I don't have a credit card for the consolidation fee. Well, we do accept check cards, debit cards, and bank routing and account numbers as a method of payment. So who is Student Loan Consolidation Center? Student Loan Consolidation Center is a company that will be handling your student loan consolidation. They're the ones that provided us with the payouts and repayment plans and will now be completing everything that we went over. I need to talk to my spouse, parent, or other. We respond, client, I can completely respect that. And if I was uncertain about something, I would probably do the same thing. Is there something I went over that you were not sure about, and that's why you're seeking advice from someone else? If they say yes, well, let's go through everything again and make sure they understand it. If they still want to speak with someone else, very well. In similar situations that has worked in the past is when we have a three-way call with the other person. Since they will have many questions as well, I would like to provide you with our stellar service and be able to answer those for whoever that person is. What is that person's number? And we can go ahead and three-way call them since I do have some additional time now. Can you please send me the repayment options via email? We respond, say, client, I'd love to do that for you. However, since the pre-approval is only good for 72 hours, we are not allowed to send them out. However, what I can do for you is to have you just write the repayment options down on a piece of paper and go over them with you again. At this time, hopefully you can go over it and cover any unknown questions that they had or so on. IBR pay reoption plans. What if my income goes up and the payment becomes too much? Well, the client note, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked. The fluctuation of payments differs only annually. So off the bat, we know these will be your payments for at least this year. However, let's say you start making a lot more money in a year or two. We can always change your repayment options to the standard repayment, which had the payment of X. Therefore, we can actually consider this as your ceiling payment. But do remember, if for some reason you lose income or a job or have a child, your monthly payments will actually be reduced. That's a huge benefit, wouldn't you agree? I'd like to think about it. I understand this was a lot that we just covered, but if you don't mind me asking, what repayment option did you like the best? What did you like about that repayment option? What is it that you don't like about it? Okay, so what is it that you feel you need to think about? The program makes sense, doesn't it? I don't have my FAFSA PIN. Okay, it's a 4-digit PIN that you place on your account when taking out these loans. If you can't remember it, not to worry. We'll be able to gather this from you. However, we will need to ask you some security questions in order to make sure that you are who you are. I'm not interested since I'm only saving X a month, which may be $20, $30, $40. Savings of X a month may not seem much monthly. However, when I think of savings, it's not only monthly. I start thinking yearly savings, and then I start thinking about the savings of the entire term. Since this is a long-term repayment plan of 200, 240, 300 months, depending on the client, and you add your monthly savings of $20, $30, $40, then the amount in savings starts to make sense. Don't you agree? And just to give you guys an example, the client's only saving $40 a month, but it's over $300 a month. That's actually $12,000 of savings. I'm not interested in consolidating since the payment amount increased. And you may run into this with someone that has a good amount of income. I understand why you may not be interested in an increased payment, but I'd like for you to just evaluate the repayment savings as a whole. Since you're increasing your monthly payments, this is eliminating a lot of interest. And as you know, interest does not get applied to your balance. Instead, that money goes into the bank's pocket. Would you not rather keep that money in your pocket? See, if I add the term by your monthly ICR payment, it equals total paid at the end of the term And if we compare this to a standard repayment option, your total repayment will be so. If we subtract the total from the ICR compared to the standard repayment option, you'll see a savings of, is considered a lot of saved money, don't you agree? And typically when you compare an ICR to the standard, I mean, we're talking thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars of savings. So this is basically the training for objections and rebuttals, or questions and answers. Thank you.